Hi there. When I first met Lenny Rosenbluth, the two things that I remember was his great big smile and his strong New York accent. But I also found out that Lenny wasn't all smiles all the time. Lenny led the Tar Heels to the national championship to a 32-0 record and averaged 27 points a game during the regular season. In addition to that, Lenny averaged 28 points during the tournament, and the Helms Foundation named Lenny the Player of the Year over Will Chamberlain. And so as we say in layman's terms, Lenny could really play hoops. Thank you.
Hey Lenny, this is Coach Sylvia Hatchell, UNC Women's Basketball, and all the players are here with me. We just wanted to tell you how proud we are of you. You're so special to us. You're such a legend here at the University of North Carolina. Gosh, the 1957 National Championship team, you set the tone for all of us for the future. And we are who we are and what we are because of people like you. But we're so proud of you. You're a great person, a great basketball player, and more than anything else, you're a big fan of Carolina women's basketball, season tickets and everything like that. We love seeing you sit up there in the stands and cheer for us at all of our games. But, buddy, you set the tone for us, and you showed us, you set the bar, and, I mean, you can't get any better than being a national champion, and you still hold a lot of the records here. So we want to congratulate you today on being the Order of the Longleaf Pine in the state of North Carolina. You can't get any higher, and I don't know anybody that deserves it more than you. You are a great guy, and without a doubt, a great, true Tar Heel. So the girls want to say something to you. All the Carolina women's basketball players, are you guys ready? 1, 2, 3.
Congratulations!
Hello everyone, I'm Roy Williams from University of North Carolina. It's an honor for me to be saying anything about Lenny Rosenbluth, and it's always nothing but great things. I'm supposed to say something about him receiving this honor of the North Carolina Order of the Longleaf Pine. I hope I got that right. It was something like that. But Lenny is my hero. Lenny, I hate to say this, but you won the national championship when I was 7 years old. And no, I didn't watch any of the games. Didn't know anything about it, but through history and time and tradition, I've learned a great deal about it. When I was an assistant coach, Lenny, you were fantastic to me, your entire family, and you always have been. When you guys moved back here to Chapel Hill, I think it's just been incredible what you've done. You guys show up at my radio show every Monday night. You're at every game. You support not only the Tar Heel basketball team, but you support Roy Williams, and I appreciate that greatly. You used to be a hero. You're even a bigger hero now. And I hope you enjoy tonight, and I hope these people are really nice to you and honor you in any way they possibly can. Have a great night, Lenny.
Wait. Before you shoot that free throw, I have to ask you a question.
Really, Dad? Again?
Yes, again. The camera wasn't on last time. Who was the greatest basketball player in the history of UNC basketball?
Like I said last time, Michael Jordan.
But what if I told you he might not have been? Let me tell you about this guy named Lenny.
So, do you remember this moment from last year's Final Four run? It's Michael and Ahmad. They got quite the response on social media, but so did someone else. For every, "Hey look, there's Jordan" tweet, UNC fans answered with a tweet of their own. #Lenny. Yes, folks, that's Lenny, UNC's own version of Jimmy Chitwood. Only this wasn't the understated kid from the farms of Indiana. Leonard Robert Rosenbluth, a lanky kid who got his start in life riding the subway from his apartment in the East Bronx and eventually became UNC basketball's original superstar. It's an unlikely story. Actually, it's more of a Jimmy Chitwood beats South Bend in the state championship, Hoosiers kind of epic. I mean, we're talking David and Goliath, folks. But in order to do that part of the story justice, we have to flash back to where it began. As a kid, Lenny wasn't a natural. The story goes that he wasn't even much of a high school standout. But he kept playing, he kept getting taller, and he kept getting better. And eventually he caught the eye of then Boston Celtics legendary coach Red Auerbach, which led to catching the eye of the then head coach of St. John's, Frank McGuire. And when McGuire was lured to the Chapel Hill area in 1952, he decided to bring New York basketball energy and players to set Tobacco Road on fire, turn a mediocre program into a national contender. 2 years later, McGuire brought Lenny to UNC. 3 years after that, Lenny and his teammates made UNC, well, UNC. So here's the story of the 57 Heels by the numbers. 32 wins, 0 losses. 4, as in the Final Four, where it took 31 lead changes and 3 overtimes to take down Michigan State. 24, that's the number of hours Lenny and company got to rest after beating Sparty before colliding with all 7 feet of a guy named Wilt Chamberlain and his national powerhouse Kansas Jayhawks in the national championship game in, of all places, Kansas City. 20 points from Lenny and 1 overtime later, the Heels won their first national championship. Here are 2 more numbers for you. 27, that's Lenny's point per game average during the regular season. And 28, that's what he averaged in the NCAA tournament. And it's a good thing, too, seeing as how 1957 was the first year the game was televised statewide in North Carolina. Not convinced by numbers? Well, let's go with accolades then. Lenny won the same number of NCAA national championships as Michael Jordan, has held the Tar Heels single season and career scoring average records for 60 years, was a 3-time All-ACC player, was named to the ACC 50-year anniversary team, is one of only 7 players in the history of UNC basketball who's had their jersey number officially retired, is the 4th all-time scorer in UNC basketball history, and is one of only 4 UNC players to have won both the ACC and NCAA Player of the Year honors in the same season as winning the ACC and NCAA championship. Today, many sports writers consider Lenny to be among a small handful of the finest players to ever lace them up at North Carolina. But UNC fans will tell you the writers still don't get it. Lenny's one of the finest men to ever play the game, period. So as we head into the 60th anniversary of that unbelievably perfect season and that first championship team, let's honor the lanky kid from New York who set the bar for generations to come, sparked a basketball revolution in North Carolina, and set Tobacco Road on fire. From the bottom of our Carolina Blue hearts, thank you, Lenny. Thank you.
Oh, Carolina, when I get back home to you, we're gonna start a fire.
So did I convince you? Lenny Rosenbluth, greatest UNC basketball player of all time, right?
No, I still think it's Michael Jordan.
Just shoot free throws. Folks, we're here to honor Lenny. We're glad you're here. To get the night kicked off, we want to welcome to the stage NCAA analyst and former Duke great.
Oh, you mean Jay Williams?
Seriously? Just shoot free throws. Folks, welcome to the stage, Jay Bilas.